Hi, welcome to our Wednesday reflection. So for the 30 years I was with my husband, we didn't celebrate Valentine's Day. Firstly, because he was very anti what he called hallmark occasions. Hallmark occasions being something that's been commercialised to make money for someone else. And secondly, because February was a very expensive month for us, as all four of us had our birthdays in February. I was the second, I am the second. Our daughters were the 13th and the 15th, with Valentine's Day in between, and then he was the 20th. Hallmark made enough out of us in February. St. Valentine's Day is traditionally the day when lovers express their affection with gifts and greetings. But the holiday has its origins in the Roman festival of Lupercalia, which was held in mid-February. And this festival celebrated the coming of spring, and it included fertility rites and, are you ready for this? The pairing off of women with men by lottery. One way to get your wife, gentlemen, isn't it? And at the end of the 5th century, Pope Gelasius I replaced Lupercalia with St. Valentine's Day, commemorating the beheading of St. Valentine, another romantic event. Emperor Claudius II had banned marriage because he thought married men made bad soldiers. Valentine thought this was unfair, so he broke the rules and arranged marriages in secret. When Claudius found out, Valentine was thrown into jail and sentenced to death. There, he fell in love with the jailer's daughter, and when he was taken to be beheaded on the 14th of February, he sent her a love letter signed "Your Valentine." So, Valentine's Day, beheaded saints, and win your wife on the Euro Millions. Nice. Enjoy your Prosecco and roses, everybody. I hope you'll be relieved to know that there's no lottery involved in God's love for you. Neither is there any beheading. Few. In Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 4, God says, "I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with loving kindness." Whether you have a Valentine or not, you are loved. God chooses you. He did, and he does. And he didn't choose you out of sympathy. He chose you out of his love for you. If you pay close attention to the word everlasting, everlasting literally means something that lasts forever, something that is unchanging. Everlasting love, therefore, means that it will always be there. It's love that's unchanging regardless of circumstance. Now, personally, I know that the love I have for people can change all the time, and I have different levels of love for different people in my life. I find it easy to love people who I'm close to, who I can trust, who love me back. You're probably the same. I find it a little bit more difficult to love people who aren't pleasant to me and people who don't love me back. And I'm sure you're the same too. But this is what's incredible about God. God's love is everlasting and unconditional. No strings attached. He loves those who don't know him. He loves those who hate him. And he loves those who are far from him. At times, I think we would all admit to feeling unlovable and unable to understand how anyone could love us. And maybe when you hear about God's unconditional love, you think back to something you've done or said or thought and count yourself out. Maybe you think that if God fully knew you, he would change his mind about loving you. But in Romans 8 it says, "I am convinced that nothing," hear that word? Nothing can ever separate us from God's love. Nothing. Everlasting love, nothing can separate us. And if nothing can ever separate us from this everlasting love, then the things you have done, said, and thought can't separate you from God's love either. So, as we approach Valentine's Day, a day focused on our love for each other. Let's remember that there is someone so much greater who loves each one of us unconditionally. No matter what you're going through, nothing will ever separate you from the love of God. Nothing will ever stop God loving you, because he loves you with an everlasting love. Happy Valentine's Day for Sunday, and I hope you enjoy celebrating your love for those that you love. God bless. Bye.